My name is Ryan Latham, and I work at Jet.com. At Jet, I work on the community and inclusion team, which is part of like the, I would say, the HR umbrella, but we're not on like the operations or the employee relations side. We focus 100% on the people, so it's the people experience team. And underneath that is a community and inclusion wing, and that's the team that I run. But Jet hasn't yet clearly defined like what is diversity and what is inclusion. But everything has been grassroots, which has been really cool. So some of the conversations when we talk about inclusion, or when I talk about inclusion with various people, it's expanding beyond sort of what is representation, but like where do you come from? Like what are you thinking? Like what's your perspective? What's your experience? And how are you applying all of that to not only what you do in the office, but like bringing everything that you have outside of the office and bringing it forward and applying that to everything that you do when you're here in Hoboken. All of our ARGs have partnered with our retail marketing team, and we have a presence on the Jet.com website for every one of the History or Heritage Month, which is really cool. So what we'll do is like highlight 3 entrepreneurs or 3 leaders within that space, and then we'll feature them, and then also feature their products that we sell on Jet, and then also give a little plug to the ARG sort of at the end of that landing page. And we've seen an increase in ROI over those months, which has been really, really cool. And it wasn't even like we were looking for that, but like we just wanted to really demonstrate our commitment to building a diverse and inclusive workplace here in Hoboken. When I joined my previous company, 160 years, it's been around. ARGs have been there now over 30 years, and they similarly started very grassroots there. And here at Jet is the same thing. It's very grassroots. One of the things that I think people need to be very mindful of is like sort of building the base, right? Like it's really important to sort of build that base and tapping into the employees that are passionate about it. Then sort of putting together a plan. It doesn't have to be like this, there doesn't have to be necessarily a timeline around it, but like, what are we thinking here? Like, how can we build this? Like, what makes sense for where we are? And then after that, thinking about when we think about executive sponsorship, like who can we weave in? Like what sort of support? And thinking and being a little bit more strategic about that piece than maybe necessarily like what's our 3-year strategy for the Black ARG, but like who can help influence and support the work that you're doing.